Howdy parts, Mr. Holster here with a brief rant just for my subscribers. I keep seeing all this stuff on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else, everybody screaming and yelling and ranting and raving, and to all of you I say you're idiots. Yeah, the whole country is filled with idiots on both sides. You have a bunch of politicians who get elected to a position in Washington. They take their fat ass to Washington. They sit in that chair and they don't get up because they don't want anybody else to take that chair. Then by some miracle, when they finally leave that position and retire, they get paid the same amount of money they were while they were sitting there, even though they're retired. They get free health insurance, and then to boot, by some miraculous way, they became millionaires while they were working at some job that would not possibly make them millionaires. And at the same time, they're taking your tax dollars to sit on their butt and work their scams to become millionaires. You are paying for armed guards for those people. The President of the United States, you are paying for armed protection for him and his family. Well, you know what? Maybe you should pull your heads out of your asses in this country, quit screaming and yelling about we need to ban guns, we need to do this to solve the problem, because quite frankly, you might start by raising your kids and making them do some actual work and quit treating them like there's some gift from heaven that is never going to have to get out in the real world and do anything, because somebody's always going to be there to wipe their ass. And raise them to fend for themselves and to be decent human beings instead of spoiled, rotten brats. But if you really love these kids you spoiled to death, you're paying $50,000 a year for a teacher to teach them the most ridiculous stupidity in the world. I saw my wife's kids come home with their math work, and I said, no, all I got to do is add that and that. And oh, we can't do it that way. This is new math. Yeah, we have to be retarded when we do it. Yeah, and I said retarded. Yeah, there you go. And I'm sure this is not anybody friendly, this video, and I don't care. You're paying school superintendents $250,000 to $500,000 a year to do their job. Hey, why don't you take $250,000 a year per school and put 4 police officers in that school and end this whole thing? I've been saying it for decades. You want to protect your kids, you gotta have a trained police officer with a gun in there to do it. Lord knows they got them at the Capitol for all those people sitting on their fat asses making money off of us and doing nothing. All the money in this country that is wasted on elections, wasted on bussing people around to protest, wasted on putting people out in the streets to trash everything, and then the mayor of the city telling the cops not to arrest the people for it and to let them do it. All that money wasted could have been spent on keeping our kids safe to start with. This is not the NRA's fault. It's not gun owners' fault. It's not the fault of a gun. It's not the fault of our laws. It's the fault of everybody in this country caring more about their kid being able to walk around with their head buried in a cell phone than they do keeping their kids safe. If the parents in this country would quit worrying about giving their kids everything in the world and be more worried about keeping their kids safe, they'd have cops in every school in this country, and this crap wouldn't go on. There's the end of my rant, and I did it in under 5 minutes. From Mr. Holster and Jack and our unsuitable for advertising program, go out and stay safe. Oh my God.